This is Letters to Momo, letter number 8, September 22nd, 2010. My dearest brother Momo, I'd like to share with you a little bit of transcendental philosophy today. It's heavy, but then again, as Dostoevsky said, suffering is the origin of consciousness. What I offer is what the philosopher I will talk about wanted to offer: freedom and empowerment. The opportunity to become who you are. This brilliant, misunderstood soul was none other than Nietzsche. The point is not to suffer, not by a long shot. The point is to reconnect, to re-examine, and to re-author a new choice on how to A, perceive any given situation from the inside out, and B, how to channel that perception to accomplish something of power, truth, and meaning to you. This guy's theory is called eternal recurrence. I will spare you the metaphysical details regarding the premise behind the theory, but it's enough to say that it's based on the notion that time is infinite, but the space in which we inhabit is finite. Therefore, everything that is being lived now has to have already been lived. And the same goes for the future. Consequently, every present moment has a potential, and in his words, this is definitely the case, to be relived and to recur eternally, from past to present and from present to future. That was the physics aspect of it. Now let's get into the existential portion of it, the crux of the matter, the breath of life and true force. What Nietzsche offers is a thought experiment. Imagine that this premise was definitely true. And you, for once, today, understand that the way you live your day has to be well thought out. You will live that day exactly as you did, making the same choices that you did, harnessing the same feelings and emotions as you did, eternally. Therefore, this premise can liberate you completely by forcing yourself to ask, how would I live my day? What would I choose to eat, feel, think, do if I knew that I would have to relive this day exactly as I did today, eternally? Or it can suffocate you by making you face the fact that if today you chose to harness negative emotions, if your attention is centered on doing harm rather than good, if you're tripping the dark side, then you will have to do this in exactly the same way, always. So herein lies a very magical weapon of existential perspective that can grant us the ability to choose again, to re-author our commitment to our 24-hour life and choose accordingly. Because everything we choose to see, do, and feel will be lived on exactly in the same way. I invite you, my dear brother, to internalize this truth, regardless of your present context, and to seek the truly transcendental in every day, because it's there, it's everywhere, and it's for our honest appreciation. This connects to another one of his premises, in which he says, you must learn how to die right. Now by this, he means that death comes only, and should come only, after you have consumed your life entirely. Meaning that you have really, truly, deeply lived. Only a life well lived can have a death well died. Therefore, he asks us to live accordingly, to consume our life, and thus leave death only to the very end, when there is no more life to be lived, and the only other option is death. There are too many people who die before they are buried. Too many who give in and stop trying because their eyes are fixed on the rational, on the third dimension. But you don't need eyes to see. You need vision. In the vision lies the inner transcendental truth, the divine power, the everything. It's fascinating when you rule your life based on the essential. Everything magically curves into perfect harmony. It's fascinating because it's pure and perfect, and because it's always like this. My dear brother, take this inside you and recur eternally, with a smile, and consume your life entirely, so that That force is what resonates and recurs, until the death that awaits us all comes in a very far future, only after our smiles are still very present and resounding. I love you with all my heart, and today, let me walk with you.